there, Cancer. It's Maria from the Tarot Shop here with your reading for the month of August. Now, this video is actually split into two parts because I tried it last month and you really liked it. The first part of the video, you'll hear me talking like this, and we've got two decks in front of us. So this is the tarot part of the reading where you'll get a couple of cards from me. And then we move into the astrology. I really want to explain, because I don't know, I explained it very well last month. It's something new I tried, is that actually the astrology is what's happening in the skies. It's not specifically for you. Not for you as such, Cancer. It's actually for the collective. And it's really interesting to see what energies are going on. I'm trying to think if there is something specific for you. Well, there will be, because there's a generic energy going through. Because obviously Jupiter's moving through and broadening things and giving us things to look forward to. So there's that part, the second part. Right, now, if you haven't been here before, there's two decks. This is a message from Spirit, the Spirit Messages, and the Amber Moon Tarot. I'll put the details of the decks that I'm using in the description, along with a buy me a coffee. So if you want to support the page, you can, or the channel rather, you can do that. Please like and subscribe, and you can see I think we've reached 50,000 subscribers now, so that's wonderfully. We've been at it a few years, so I think we've earned the right to say that we are proud of where we've got so far. Okay, so Cancer, without further ado, Sun, Moon or Rising. I'm surrounded by Cancerians, so I'm always I like to see what's going on here. Okay, what has Cancer got going on here? What does Spirit want to say to you? Trust. We actually have just had this in another reading, so it's interesting it's come through twice. You are wanting to take charge of a situation and to resolve it, whatever it is. You want to resolve the problem, okay? But the situation is here that actually you need to listen to your heart, and it's not a logical solution. I feel it's not logical. It's an emotional situation is what we're having here. Okay, right, Cancer. Let's have a look. Gosh, we've got lots of swords. Okay, so there's a lot going on in your mind. Right, to start off with, I do feel that you need to make a decision. I do feel that you feel. No, I feel that you think you need to make a decision. And it's with regards to look, you've done something. The Nine of Wands is that you've got to a position in your life where actually you've almost made it, okay? You've almost cracked it, and you feel it's been hard work, and actually it's at the situation now where you feel, yeah, I've made it, but I'm not going to let anybody take it away from me. So there's a slight area, like a slight, this is mine, I've worked hard for it, and I'm not quite sure why you feel that that needs a decision right now. So let's see what challenges are coming through here. It's almost like you feel not let down. I don't want to say let down. I feel there's some disappointment here around you. Somebody's disappointing you or disappointed you. And you've worked hard at it and you've put a lot of effort in. And actually, you don't really, I'm going to say you feel that you need to make a decision, but actually, you don't actually know what to do. Okay, that's the beginning of the messages. I don't know. And it looks here as if, yeah, you've worked hard to get where you are with this situation, put a lot of effort in, and actually you feel that there's a decision to be made. But we've got the King of Swords here is telling me that you need to take care of your thoughts on this, because you're very powerful, Cancer. You've got the Magician there that says to me that you are going to master this. Whatever it is, you're going to get on top of it. You're going to control it. And it's going to not get the better of you. I really want to be crystal clear about that, because I do feel that it's wearing you. I'm not, whatever it is that you're worrying about, that you think you fought hard to get there. Now, So I'm listening to myself then. I'm listening to the inner chat. I wonder if this is with regards to, yeah, it's a new beginning, but there's money in here as well. So look at this gorgeous card. Okay, so this is the 10 of coins, which does, this is like money. Well, you can see, look, you've got a big old money jar. It's gorgeous. Okay, so I want you to, okay, I know that you've worked hard to get to where you are. Take control of those thoughts, because you're manifesting. I'm going to just say what the cards are feeling. You're in danger of manifesting trouble, okay, where there is none to be had. Okay, yes, we appreciate that you've got to that point, is what Spirit's saying. It's taken you a long while to get here. Have patience. You don't need to control everything, because actually you're incredibly powerful here. There is, and if you are slightly dissatisfied with where you currently are, I want to say, like, if it's work or whatever this situation, if you're unhappy with where you are at the end of the month, I want you to just remember that I gave you this wonderful news. So you can't control it, or you want to control it. You've got the Magician here, which says that you are manifesting your reality. You can't control everything, okay? Because sometimes things don't have the exact precise outcome that we may imagine, right? So bear with it, because follow your heart. I feel you want to force this and you can't, okay? Ultimately, you've got this beautiful thing here. You've got a brand new financial opportunity that leads to wealth. Now, I'm not talking lottery. I'm talking, you know, money that creates long-term wealth. When you get the 10, it's established money. It either comes from a bank, you've borrowed the money, or a building society, or the sale of a house, or something that's been around for quite a while. It's established money that then comes your way. It can be, just trying to see if I can see what to find out what it is. It's coming to you from the work that you've put in here. Okay, I do feel that you are also about to go through the phase as well where something else is going to present itself at the end of it. So there's another opportunity coming at towards the end of this month, next month. Relax, Cancer, relax. Honestly, all that ends well is good. It's about bearing in mind, I think this is about control. Yeah, there is this situation here, and I've really worked hard to get where I am, and I don't know what to do about it. You know, I need to take control of my thoughts, because you are creating your own reality to some degree. How you know what, sometimes in life, the easiest way to put this is we control not what others do, but how we perceive it, and how we react to it, and how we control it. We can't control other people, and that's the thing. If there's people annoying the bejesus out of you at work, you can't control that. Yes, maybe it's making you dissatisfied, because then you'll be open to this new opportunity for wealth. And you've got the Queen. I mean, these are gorgeous cards, and then there's another opportunity that's coming. So hold fire on trying to take control of this situation, because you can't. Take control of your own thought processes. You know, there is a reason why things are taking their time, etc., etc. Everything for a reason. And then you move on to this period of time here where things are about to become clearer to you, but not quite yet. I feel it's almost like there's something cooking or brewing in the background, and this is just, you know, the end of that before we begin this. Okay, I hope that's made sense to you. It's very cryptic, but that's what the cards are saying. And I will see you next month. As I say, the next part of this video, now you'll hear me talking, it is going to be the astrology. So the zodiacs, if you want to go on to the other signs that you've got, then you can, at the very, very end of this entire video, then you've got the playlist. I think it comes up somewhere around about here. And then you can hit that playlist to listen to your other signs. Okay, I hope you found that helpful, and I will see you next month. Well, my voice you'll hear very soon, but the actual reading side of things I'll speak to you next September. Okay, take care. Have a good month. Bye-bye. Hi, so this is now, we're entering the astrology part of the video. So whatever you've been listening to, your sun, your moon, or your rising, this is now a collective astrology reading. It's the same video that's at the end of every single one of the Tarotscopes. And that's because I want you to try and think of it like, from an astrological point of view, these major events are happening in the skies during the month of August. And as a result of that, they can affect us all collectively, and some more than others. It depends what signs are involved. So there are, like, if you imagine that in the skies, there are meetings that are happening between one planet and a sign. So there's a planet and a sign, and they're meeting. And as a result of that, as I say, the energies become very powerful and very enhanced. So I've only picked out 5 here. And it actually, I've got some that are already happening. So I've got this sheet here, and I will leave this for you. So it's a downloadable one, so you can see what the major ones are. And the reason I do this, because I think it's really important to understand the tarot correspondences, because astrology and tarot are very connected. For example, you can see here that on the 6th of August, at the moment, we've got Venus, which is the Empress, in Virgo. And she stays in the Virgo until the 6th of August, when she enters Libra. Now, this meeting is happening in the sky. The planet Venus, which is the Empress, which is all about nurturing, creation, harmony, abundance, growth, all those wonderful things. If you think of Mother Nature, it's all that kind of energy, is actually about to enter Libra, which is the sign of fairness and justice and equality and all those sorts of things. So the values planet, which is what do we value, what do we care about, what do we want to grow in our lives, you know, what makes us fulfilled, what would we like to create, then goes into this planet, it goes into the sign of fairness. So what you can expect there is it's a time for harmony, it's a time for balance and beautiful and meaningful connections. So beauty and then meaningful connections. So from the 6th through until the 10th of September, this is happening in the skies. And irrespective of what your sun sign is, you can expect to see some influences here in your life. And it's a good time to tap into this. So if you want some equality and fairness with regards to, I don't say you're growing a business, then this is something, or you're growing something, or you're very involved with your mother and you want something to be fair, or you know, if there's anything around the maternal role and also equality and fairness, then this is a really good time to work with those energies in your life. Okay, and then on the 11th of August, goodness me, listen to me. On the 11th of August, we've got Mars, which is the Tower card. So you can see you've got Mars sign here, because Mars and the Tower are the correspondence. So you've got Mars enters Cancer. Now, Mars is currently in Gemini until the 11th of August, when it then moves and causes disruption with regards to movement forward. So it delays things. It basically causes some disruption around moving forward too quickly. So you have to take action from your heart as opposed to pure willpower. So it's a good time to listen to your intuition. And that's the 11th of August through to the 28th of September. So it's going on for quite some time. There's lots of movement, but it's more along the lines of Mars brings in a little bit of aggression. You know, the Mars energy, the planet of Mars, it causes a little bit of disruption with regards to moving forward. So you'll find that you'll either want to get on with it and there'll be nothing stopping you, or you'll want to hold back. But it's all with regards to asserting yourself and using your willpower. So you've got that energy going on in there. You've got something there. If you want to do this, so if, for example, you're determined, using your willpower to do it, then you can expect to cause quite a bit of disruption with that. So, and protect what matters most, because Cancer is all about your home life and things like that. So you can find, you might be very, a perfect example of this is, it may be that around this time you become very protective and quite argumentative about your home environment and protective around what that means to you. So on a global scale, that may be something around protecting home and hearth. So, you know, that sort of thing. So then on the 12th of August, we've got the High Priestess, our lovely card of the moon. Now, this is quite an important time, actually, because we've got a new moon where we begin things. And I didn't print it off this time, but I've got a moon phases chart as well, a moon phases PDF, I think it is, or it's a document anyway, so it's attached to this, so you can have a look and see what it. But new moons are always about beginning. Now we've got here a beginning, an intuitive beginning, because it's the moon, intuitive beginning with regards to empowerment and strength, and that's on the 12th of August, which is also a total solar eclipse in Leo. So this is an extremely powerful, because you've got Leo, powerful day for intuition, for beginning something intuitive. Okay, so listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, because she's going to make you more powerful and lead you towards more power in your life on that day. And then you've got the 23rd of August, which is where the sun enters Virgo. So the sun is currently in Leo, so happy birthday, Leo. And then it enters Virgo, and the sun is about you know, how you, it's about success and moving forward, and that then shines itself on Virgo, which is very much around introspective, looking within, quiet time, peace. So it's a wonderful time after all that Leo energy and all of this eclipse energy that's happened here. We then go into a period of successful reflection, and that's a beautiful time, and it goes on for the whole of the month. So, and also you've got very much around organization. What else have I written down with regards to that? So focus on reflection, organization, self-improvement and practical plans. So after all of this action and energy, it's really quite a nice time to get busy organizing your life, really. And that's a good energy to tap into. Now on the 28th of August, the final one here, we've got the High Priestess. So the moon once more is in Pisces. This is always one that because I have a moon in Pisces. So I always think, oh my goodness me. So the full moon is where everything comes up to the surface. It illuminates everything in your life with regards to the Piscean energy. So it can be about relationships and dreamy and all the sort of like the visionary side of things. So you've got the moon, which is also very intuitive. So this is a very good time to basically intuitively let go of things that no longer serve you, to become very also in tune with regards to what the future may hold, because the moon, as you know, I always say, it is basically a time to an unexpected path will soon be revealed. So it's a wonderful time here. So you've basically got Pisces, the High Priestess, which is the moon in the moon, if that makes sense to you. So yeah, I've got this little chart, so I'm going to pop it. So time for release, healing and trusting your intuition. So you've got some super intuitive times happening this month. I've written these silly little pieces of paper because I forget what I'm doing sometimes. I have to make sure that I've got it all here. So basically, these are the 5 key transits that are happening with regards to August. As I said, they don't necessarily, you know, this doesn't confuse your reading before, because this is extra. It's an added layer to tarot where you can go, okay, so what are the energies, the tarot energies that are working based on the fact that these correspond to the planets. So the Empress with regards to fairness. That's the first thing that you can expect to happen. I hope that's made sense to you. I do enjoy this, and I was very pleased actually that that you all seemed to enjoy it last month. So I really hope that it's something we can continue with. And as I said, we've also popped the August 2026 correspondences. It's called a correspondence, where you have the tarot card and the star sign. So the two of them, they have the same energy. And I just think it's much better if you can see it with regards to the tarot cards. It kind of lends it a little bit more power when you are actually interested in tarot. It means more to me than if you say star signs. I'll be like, okay, I visualize the tarot card, and then it kind of gives it that added energy. Okay, so I hope that you've enjoyed that, and all that remains now is for me to say happy August. My goodness me, we've got quite a bit going on. Maybe do a little bit of a Google research onto some lovely magical things that you can do with regards to these eclipses. There are 2 this month. A total solar eclipse on the 12th of August, and that's in Leo, as we said, and a full moon and a partial lunar eclipse. Now, it says the 28th. I think it kind of goes, it depends where you are in the world. It's the 28th to 29th. So there's like a 24-hour window. That's the 28th of August in the UK. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful, and thank you very much for your time. I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.